Retaining the title of Africa's richest person for the 14th consecutive year is Aliko Dangote, with a net worth of $23.9 billion and dominates the construction and manufacturing industry in Nigeria. Just like most people, Dangote did not start off with $1 million or $1 billion in his account, but with a $3,000 loan he took from his uncle to trade in commodities. Mind you, Aliko Dangote took a loan from his uncle in 1977 to start his business. He borrowed 500,000 naira, approximately $300,000 at that time. The Nigerian economy was relatively strong, and the naira was one of the most valuable currencies in the world during the 1970s. The naira was almost at parity with the US dollar, and in some years it was even stronger, which means $300,000 at that time in 1977 was equally 300,000 naira and had the same purchasing power, though it wasn't really enough to start a business as compared to today, but it brought other benefits. The purchasing power gave Nigerians access to imported goods and services at reasonable cost. The strong naira and favorable economic conditions provided an excellent environment for budding entrepreneurs like Aliko Dangote. Importing goods, sugar, rice and cement was profitable due to low import cost and high domestic demand, giving Aliko Dangote the ability to repay his uncle's loan so quickly.
And what would you say the key secret to your success has been?
Hard work. I believe that, we're a very focused company. We don't really go into things that we don't understand. Any business that I don't understand it well, I don't do it at all. And that's really why we're...
Oil was first discovered in Nigeria in 1956 by Shell BP at Olorobri in the present day Bayelsa State. Commercial oil production started in 1958 with Nigeria exporting its first barrel of crude oil. Nigeria experienced its first major oil boom in the 1970s, particularly between 1973 and 1978. The Arab-Israeli War of 1973 led to a global oil crisis, skyrocketing oil prices and increasing Nigeria's revenue significantly. Oil became Nigeria's dominant export and a major driver of economic growth. The oil boom led to substantial foreign exchange reserves and rapid urbanization, but it also fostered over-reliance on oil export at the expense of other sectors. Dangote began his foray into the oil industry in the 1990s, primarily through the importation of refined petroleum products. This was part of his broader trade in essential commodities. Dangote made a transformative entry into the oil and gas sector in 2013 with the announcement of the Dangote refinery project, aiming to reduce Nigeria's dependency on imported refined petroleum products. The refinery construction began in 2016. The refinery was completed and launched in 2023, becoming one of the largest single-train refineries in the world, with a capacity to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day. Dangote was heavily involved in importing commodities including cement. Cement importation was a significant part of his business, meeting Nigeria's demand for construction materials during a period of limited domestic production. In the year 2000s, Dangote established Dangote Cement, signaling a strategic pivot to local production. The move aligned with Nigeria's government policy to reduce import dependency and promote local industrialization. In the year 2003 to 2007, Dangote commissioned his first cement production plant in Obajana, Kogi State in 2003. This plant remains one of the largest cement plants in the world. By 2007, Dangote Cement became the largest cement producer in sub-Saharan Africa. Dangote Cement expanded operations across Africa, building plants in countries like Ethiopia, Zambia, Senegal, and Tanzania. The company currently dominates the cement market in Africa, producing over 48 million metric tons annually. Johan Rupert, a South African billionaire, has cemented his place as one of the wealthiest individuals on the African continent and globally. This was the same billionaire and the only billionaire to had dethroned Dangote on 2 consecutive occasions. His fortune, estimated at billions of dollars, primarily stems from his leadership of the Swiss luxury group Richemont, which he founded in 1988. Compagnie Financière Richemont, commonly known as Richemont, is a global leader in luxury goods. It owns iconic brands such as Cartier, Montblanc, Van Cleef & Arpels, and Jaeger LeCoultre, specializing in jewelry, watches, and premium accessories. Under Rupert's guidance, Richemont has become a dominant force in the global luxury market, combining heritage craftsmanship with modern innovation.
We stand at the summit of Mont Blanc, the White Mountain, highest peak in the Alpine Arch, an inspiration for the first Mont Blanc fountain pen.
Rupert's journey into business began with Rembrandt Group, a South African company founded by his father, Anton Rupert. The group initially focused on tobacco, but later diversified into other sectors, including banking and industrial operations. Johan Rupert was instrumental in restructuring the group, eventually spinning off Richemont to focus on only luxury goods.
But I tell my kids, before you can do good, it helps to do well. So having done well, our dividends now are substantially more than the market value of all the companies under our control when I started. So today our dividends are a multiple of the market cap. So
Johan Rupert's business acumen lies in his ability to identify and capitalize on high-margin industries like luxury goods, even in uncertain economic climate. By acquiring and investing in premium brands, he transformed Richemont into one of the most valuable luxury conglomerates in the world.
growth in South Africa.
Apart from Richemont, Rupert has significant interest in Remgro, a South African investment company, and Reinet investment firm, a Luxembourg-based investment firm. These ventures provide diversified revenue streams spanning industries such as healthcare, finance, and technology.
Okay.
Capacity.
So what year was that?
These two billionaires or businessmen, Aliko Dangote and Johan Rupert, dominate completely different sectors. Dangote in manufacturing and industrialization, Rupert in luxury goods. Both leverage family support to launch their ventures and set global standards in their fields. While Aliko Dangote builds Africa's foundation with essential industries, Rupert crafts global desire with luxury. Their contrasting paths showcase the diverse possibilities of entrepreneurial success.